Hello friends and hello student. In this session, we can learn the friend function second type in C++. So first I share my laptop screen and here fix the position so you can watch my video lecture in better way. Here Turbo C++, I just double click, yes, and take some time. And now, yes, open Alter F file menu open and taking new file, and here our concept, and that is a friend function. So friend is a keyword. First statement of the friend function. Friend is a keyword. Friend function access the private member of the class. So till to now we can say that private member not access the non-member function, but friend is a always access, or we can say that that is a use of friend function. We can access handle the private member of class, and we can declare in the public part or private part that is not affect the meaning of friend function. And we can object as a function argument, mostly we can pass one object of that class, and then we can handle the private member. That is the rules. And the friend function at definition and then calling is a normal function. We cannot handle of that class object that calling like that member, that we can declare the that class, but that the scope of not that class, so we cannot handle the friend function in the object of that class. So that is a scope of outside of that class. So, and obviously after all that is also access your private member. So in my previous video lecture, I first type complete one friend function and one class. So here I can also cover the two class. That is a type 2. We can say that that is a four type of friend function. One class, one friend function, two class, one friend function, one specific member of friend of other class, and whole one class is a friend of other class. So here I declare the two class and one friend function. That is a goal of this session. So how to handle two different class of private member, and like in our company, any company, we can, what is a use of friend functions, like two department like purchase and sell, that is a merge that data and uh, find out the stock. So that time we can share that private member, and that is a handled by friend function. I just give example. So that is a friend function use a private member of two different class. So here we can define first include section, include the files, and that is our header file. So hash sign is there. So we can say that io string dot h input output string, h for header. And now here that is a conio console input output dot h. You have to know very well console, that full form console input output. And now class. So we can say that two class we have to declare, and that private member we can sum handling the friend function. So we can define very simple example I define for you. So here we can say that uh, two class names. So simple, yes, simple, or we can say that test, that type of name, any name, test. So here that is semicolon, and now here two tab, because private keyword is there by default. Private keyword, that is by default scope of class is a private. So here we can x first declare one variable x, and then public part directly, and colon sign is there, and we can set value, and that is integer a. And then if constructor is there, we can one parameterize constructor, after we can take the constructor. So here x equal to a, and then we can define the friend. Yes, friend is a keyword, and we can sum. Okay, so here we can declare the two class. So here we can give not for simple, but like we can give the first and second. So we can easily identify first class and second class. So here first and then second. So here one error is there, but because second class we have to not declare, and but we can use as an argument. So what is a solution? First we can define, and that what is a error is appear, and then we can solve also. So I just remaining as it is now, not how to that solution I can give after that complete all definition. So I declare now class 2, and that is a second class. So first and second give the simple one, simple 2 also you can give, but we cannot understand the so second. Okay, so that is a, we can also define here x, but we can define y, so we can sum of x and y. So here I take the y, and here I pass b. You can remaining as no change, because that is a other class, second class, so there is no any error. So yes, now we can what to do. So that is our sum, and that return data type we have to not define. So function we can initially that give the return data type as a void. Okay, first we can give the void data type sum. Okay, that is friend function. So we can pass one object of first class and second of the second class, two object, first class and second class. There are two object as a function argument. So two class and one friend function. Class first and second, there are two class, but friend is a same, no same signature. Here we can define the friend function as it is, we can define the here. So that is a now. And now we can definition of our friend function sum, and here we can first f1, okay, that is object, and second s1, yes, and then we can sum like here I define integer variable s, okay, and then we can sum like f1 dot x plus s1 dot y, and then we can print the summation is, yes, summation is, yes, and then we can print the s, but s1 is object name, so here we can, yes, that not any error, but we can, yes, s we cannot define any there, okay, no problem. So if you confuse, so here s1 is an object and s is a simple integer variable. So if you confuse, so I give the temp. So here you cannot confuse. So temp is our temporary variable. First I save this file. So here friend uh, yes, friend underscore fun two type, that is second type. So two I give first type. So and now we can main, that is our main function, and we can declare the uh, first both class object. So first, yes, so we can give the f1 and s1. So here we can give some, but yes, here we can also f1 and f2, that is no any error, and we can call f1 set value. Okay, so here we can give the same name set value in both class, and here we can static value pass 10, and then second class s1. If you confuse, here also f1 and f2, so here you can give the t1 and t2, that type also you have to give. There is no any error. So s1 dot set value we can call and pass to 20. So that is a y initialize and x initialize. Look at the set value. So here a equal to x. So that is a x is declared that value, and set value, set val means b y equal to b. So that is a, we can call set value s2 s1. And now we can call our normal, that is a definition and calling normal friend function. So we can pass f1 and s1, and that is a sum, and then we can get ch, yes, and then we can also define the clear screen anywhere. Yes, first we can declare clear screen and remove this blank, yes, so and f2 save. Okay, so that is a defined, but one error is appear in this coding, because we can not, I give the first in previous uh, here we can use before the declaration of that class is declared here, but we can that argument, that object as function argument, that second class, that is a year I define. Okay, so that is a one error. Let us take what is a error. First, we can take one error. So here one parenthesis that give the expected, but that not error. Parenthesis is not error, but that class second is not a defined. So here is a declaration is there, and before we can use the that object as function argument. So that friend function take one class and second. So both class object one and one. So that is require both class object, and then x and y sum is possible. Sharing of possible. So what is a solution of that error? So very important here, we can just class and second. So that is semicolon. So what is this? That is known as a forward forward, and we can say that declare, or we can say that declaration, forward declare. Okay, so forward declaration, you can also say that. So compiler is a notification that the second class is now come into the picture in after all. So that is a pass. You can also use this value as a function argument. So here compiler one notification that after the first class definition declaration is complete, that second class declaration is start, that type. Or after in your program anywhere, that is a we can declare just as a first class complete that declaration and second class start. But that is a you can define anywhere, but that is required to, as now first class complete, we can define our second class, that is obviously. So first section is a include file, and then directly declaration of class, that is a C++ second section, and that is a third section in between the member function definition, and last is a main. Okay, so there are 4 sections in C++. So that is a compiler what notification that second class is also in after all, that is come into picture. So you can allow the object as function argument as a second name or second class. So that is we can first and second give that name, but here any name you have to give. So that is come into picture in now after that class is declaration over. So you can allow this object as function argument as also this class. So that is very important, and that known as a forward declaration in C++, forward declaration. So we can just class keyword and then class name and semicolon, just only. So now that error is solved. Yes, there is no any error. So I just for your reference how its error is come to picture and how it's solved. That is very important. So you can understand very easy way, step by step. So I first sometime what happen, we can taking error and knowledge, get the knowledge how that solve that error. So that is a technique this use in this session. So very easy form you can understand that very important, that is forward declaration of directly I can declare. So you cannot understand what is this forward declaration is required. Now you can perfectly idea how that forward declaration is required in 2 class in friend function. So 2 class and 1 friend function, that is our goal. Okay, so here I just x and y sum, what we can say that one x and one variable integer x in one class, and second class is a y variable, and then we can define that sum. Okay, so now let us, yes, there is no any error, and now we can directly 30 because we can pass the static value 10 and 20. So directly come that solve that sum very easy. So like we have 2 integer sum normal. So that is a friend function. Yes, just for your reference. So that is a friend function. Okay, so now what to do? We can also the pass to here declare the like our in my previous video lecture. We can here define the like statement proof like z equal to x plus y, that integer sum. So we can object sum. So we can now include the first I return data type, and that is a first I define the integer and then class type. So step by step I go, and also that from friend function I take in the in the private part, so that is not affect that meaning. Okay, and here in that is second class, but we can also in first class. So here I also declare in that uh, integer return data type. So one class and one friend function means that first class and that friend function in public part, and second class and that friend function as it is as a private part. So yes, sir. And we can return data type. So here I just remove this line because we cannot print here, and that definition we can pass return the integer first, and then after we can also object return object as function argument and object also return. So here first integer return, so return keyword is there, and we can return our temp variable, and here we can in main we can define one integer, and that is sum. So here we can uh, yes uh, temp, yes, just integer temp tm. So anywhere we cannot declare, and now I print the temp tm just only. So here we can give the message summation is, and then print the temp. Yes. So yes, any error is there? No, there is no any error. So same as it is our previous. Yes, 30 is the answer. So very simple. So you can also pass the return simple integer data type. Here we pass the integer, just simple integer. And now I third step by step I can explain to you, so you can understand what is a forward declaration. You can perfect clear idea in your mind. So I can first take the error and then give the solution, so you can perfectly idea why require this forward declaration in your mind. Yes, I hope you can understand. So now here what to do now? Here we can pass the object. So that is a question, which class object we have to pass, because in first my previous video lecture only one class, but here there are two class. So we can which class object we have to pass. So let us try. First I pass the first class object, so I give the first, and here yes, so there is some time that is taking error. Let us try. Here we can also first, but first is declaring the let here declaration is there, so we cannot require forward declaration. First class is already declared. So now what to do here in definition? Here we can pass the first class object. So and also we can take here some of that variable. So here we can x variable sum of second object. Okay, let us take how it's possible. So here we cannot declare now integer temp. Here now we declare the first object, and that is a first class, and we can give the temporary object. Okay, now here that we can say that temp dot x, I just assign this sum f1 x and s1 y, that is sum in the temp x, and then we can return temp, same variable I use here. So we can return temp. So that is now this tm is not a simple integer variable, that is a first class object, and then we can handler as a temp, and I print is temp x. So but we cannot print here because that is a not a private variable that not handle the object. So how we can print of our sum, that is the question of this. So we can take one show function in first class, so that is required now because we can how it prints. So here I define the show, yes, and then we can print just our x variables. So the x value is, yes, so x value is, and then print the x, and also handle if so new line handle means manipulator is there. So yes, now I uh, show, that is a I temp dot show, that is we have to public, and so we can handle the temp, that is a class object tm, and then print the show. Show is a that class member, and we can define the inside class. So that is a, by default, is a inline function. We cannot write inline keyword because only one line. You can also define outside of class. There is no any error. So let us take any error or any. So, and also possibility here, you can pass not static, but after we can first print our variable and then we can, yes, there is no any error. Yes, so directly that sum 30. Okay. So very simple. So now I what to do, here I pass A and here I pass B, and we here first scan our value. So here enter A value. Okay, so here we can say that first enter first means first class. Okay, now if you get idea, enter first class A value, so we can pass in the parameter, so A. Okay, so here we can scan and we can take a variable integer type. So here I declare A and B normal integer variable, so we can pass A, and same way and scan also is there remaining. So A we have to scan, and just I copy these two lines for our second class. So here is our second class. So before we can B enter the B value, and here we can say that the second class, yes, second class B value means that the argument is passed. So here we can scan the B. Yes, so not static, just only dynamic. That is only benefit. Otherwise, that is all are well. There is no any error. Yes, so that is a, we can take the sum. Okay. So one X is sum to Y other class. So that is a only happen or only possible. We can say that using the friend function, and there first that line forward declaration is only one main concept in this session. And also we can take the X and one class and Y is a second or other class. Summation is possible that. Okay. So yes, any error? No. Yes, now we can first class A value means that set the X value, so we can pass any value. First we can only 10 and 20, that is 30 directly answer. So we can now choose how we can take the sum. So I give any value 9 and like any value like 8, or you can give any value. So 17. Yes, yes, you, that is X value is. So here we can now change that, yes, that sum in X. So we can in the first class sum. Okay. Also you can pass the second class. Yes, there is also choice. So I just now here I what to do, but here we can now what is a now change is required. So here we can object pass to the second class. So here I can give the second. So all are in the first class. So here now show is not required. So some changing is required. So here I just comment line for your reference. So we can also implement this. Okay. And now I just copy this and paste to second class here, because now show is required to here. Okay. So I just copy and same name, and here I open this comment line, copy paste, and then here is a Y. Yes, that Y value, and here also print the Y. Yes, X first class is X, now is Y, and I before after that set value. So that is a look perfect, but taking not any error. Yes, and now what is change is required, we can declare yes first both. Yes, second here is a public part second, and here yes that is a first class. So here we can also change our friend, that is a second class. Now we can use as a return data type, or we can say that second class return as an object. So now here we can also change what is a second. Yes, and here we can define that temp is a second class, not first class. And here we cannot give X because X is not a second, that is first class. So here is required Y. Yes, Y, and then first class X and second class Y in sum in temp Y. Yes, that is, let us check. And then what is a required here? So now that is all are well, but second here we can change the second, yes, second class temp, and then show is a same because we can just define the show in the, yes, there is any error, no. So yes, as it is, so there is give any value like we can pass like 45 and 15 any value, so that is 16 answer. Yes, simple. So there is no any difficulty to understand. So we can pass any class object as a function argument or return data type. So here we can first class return data type in both friend function, and now we can define the second class as an object return data type. So here that also important object, or we can say that return as object in both. So return as an object function argument is a must be in friend function. So that concept is already covered, object as function argument now. But return also, in my previous video lecture I also covered the return as a object. So friend one class and one friend function. So yes, I think any not question about this concept, two class and two classes. Okay, that is just message. So here two classes, yes, but that class is a keyword. We cannot, yes, that two class and one friend function. Two classes, you can set a message. So I cannot give any specification. Okay, yes. So I just summarize. You can forward declaration. Otherwise, taking the error, you cannot take. If I just comment line and show that error, what happened? Yes, that is a error. That is friend must be, yes, declaration of classes. Yes, that is a name. Give the name, because that we have to now use the two way. Here we can use the object as second class argument, and also second class is it. So now error is a three error is there. First, initially only parenthesis taking error. Now we can also use two time second class, not declaration before we can use. So that is giving the error. Okay. So now there is no any error, and that is our, as previously I just run for last time. So here we can pass any value. So we can like 8 and 7. So 15 is answer. Yes. So now I think you can understand. Okay, so write this program to your note. Yes, that forward declaration. And here in first class, I declare as a public friend function, and second class, I give the private dot, that is not affect the meaning of friend function. That is a friend function always access your private member. That is a that use of friend function. So here two class share that private variable x and y, and then we can define that sum. That is just example, but I give in previously my this video lecture two department of company that share that data purchase and sell department, and then and stock is possible. So that is just for reference. So that is possible using the friend and friend function declare inside class, but that out of class. That here normal definition of that friend function sum, and normal calling is there, not any object here. Pass object as function argument, that is a must be. Then and then we can access that private variable of that class. And here we can also return object. So I complete my session, two class and one friend function. Write this program to your note in C++, and any question about this definition, so you can write in comment section. I close first all and quit. So subscribe my channel Ashok Sijala Academy, press the bell icon to never miss any update, and thanks for your watching, supporting and sharing my video lecture. And Hare Krishna. And